Hi there, this is Miss Lisa at the Fayette County Public Library, and this is Quarantine Cooking. Today we are going to make a delicious peanut butter pie, one that has a chocolate Oreo crust. All right, so what you need to make this pie is a tub of Cool Whip, a brick of cream cheese, 1/4 cup of butter, some hot fudge syrup. You're going to need a cup of peanut butter, and I've chosen to do crunchy, although you can use smooth. You're going to need a cup and 1/4 of your powdered sugar and about 25 Oreos. All right, so I have already melted the butter. That would be your first step, is to go ahead and get your butter melted. The second step would be to crunch up your Oreo cookies. If you have a blender, put your 25 cookies in there and just turn it on and blend it up. Well, since I don't have that today, I have put those Oreo cookies inside a plastic bag, and I have my heavy duty rolling pin here, and we're just going to finish crunching these up so that it is as thin and as crumbly as possible. You don't want any big chunks of Oreos. You want them nice and smooth so that you can make a cookie crust. All right, I think I'll just flip it over here, and we'll continue pressing down over here on this side. And I don't feel any big bumps at all. Look at that yummy Oreo crumble. All right. So once you have your crumbles, whether from your blender or a plastic bag, you will dump them into a bowl, and then we are going to add the butter. So there are the Oreo crumbles. We're just going to take our butter and pour it in there. Just go around and around so all the cookie crumbles get that melted butter. Alright, and then you just want to stir it around so that that butter covers all of those yummy cookie crumbles. Okay, once that butter coats all of the crumbles, you get your pie pan. And we're just going to simply pour those Oreos into the pie pan. And we're going to pat it down. And I saw a suggestion that I think will probably work, is if you take a measuring cup and you just press it down. It really helps to flatten it all out. And it will get a little hard so that you can put your peanut butter topping right on top of it. Okay, so we're going to press that down nice and hard. That's looking really good. That's going to be our chocolatey, crumbly pie crust. Now, since this is a chocolate peanut butter pie, we're also going to use some Hershey hot syrup, hot fudge here. We're just going to make a nice little layer on top of these Oreos. I'm just going to pour that on there, and then we'll spread it out so that we just have one thin layer of chocolate. All right. Just sort of smooth that over. Depending on how much chocolate you like, you can do more or less chocolate, or skip this step altogether. All right, looks like I need a little bit more over here. Starting to smell like Hershey syrup here in this library. A couple places that need to be filled up. All right, the next step, once you get this layer of chocolate, is actually to put it in the refrigerator for a few minutes. So I have got a tray full of ice cubes over here, and we're just going to set that in there so that it gets nice and cold and ready for the peanut butter topping. All right, now let's make the peanut butter fluff that goes in this pie. First of all, you need your whole brick of cream cheese. Now this needs to be at room temperature because we need to be able to smooth it all out and blend it in with the other ingredients. Well, there we go. So we're just going to peel that brick off and put that into the bowl. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and start smoothing it out, as you don't want any lumps in our peanut butter pie. So smooth out that cream cheese. Okay, that will also help it warm up a little bit. Our next step is our peanut butter. Now I love crunchy peanut butter. Some of you might prefer the smooth peanut butter, and that's totally fine. And I am just going to dig out a cup of peanut butter. Make sure we measure it out just right. Now the peanut butter is what makes this pie so rich. If you don't want it as rich, then maybe don't put a whole cup of peanut butter in it. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's stick that peanut butter in there with the cream cheese. All right, I'm gonna make sure I get all that goodness. And I'm just gonna go ahead and start stirring those two ingredients together. Start blending the cream cheese with the peanut butter. Yep. Make sure you have a big enough bowl because you are going to have to put a whole tub of Cool Whip in with these other ingredients. Now it's starting to smell like peanut butter in here. All right, the next step is the powdered sugar. And you need 1 full cup and 1/4. So we'll get 1 full cup of that powdered sugar. And we'll just dump that right in there. And I'm just going to eyeball the 1/4 and dump that in there as well. All right, and again, let's stir it all up. As the last step is just the Cool Whip, and then we are done. Peanut butter pie is not difficult at all to make. Okay, powdered sugar makes it all a little crumbly, but it won't be crumbly for long when we put in the Cool Whip. So we're just going to want to fold this Cool Whip in with our other ingredients. I like to do it just a little bit at a time to make sure it all gets blended well. Let's go ahead and get some more in there. This is what makes the pie all light and fluffy and airy. Continue to stir it all up. Okay, gotta get that powdered sugar stuff off the bottom. It was sort of stuck down there. All right, we are almost ready for the last little bit. Stir it around and get it all fluffy. All right, here comes the last of the Cool Whip. Want to make sure you get the whole tub. Don't leave any goodness behind. All right. Okay, and we're just going to continue to stir that until all those ingredients are well mixed together. Until it's sort of all one color. It's sort of going to end up being that beige color because of the peanut butter. All right, make sure I scrape all those edges off. And that's about all we have to do, folks, to make a delicious peanut butter pie. Of course, we have to add this to our crust yet. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my little refrigerator here and get my crust. And then we're just going to add the peanut butter topping. Just make sure you get it nice and even all around your pie. All right. Bigger spatula probably would have helped today to get it out a little faster. Now the last step after we get all this in here is to either just stick it in the refrigerator and eat it in a few minutes, or you can garnish it and make it look really pretty for some family members that may be coming over for a holiday treat. All right, so I'm going to spread all that peanut butter filling around. Now, what I saw, which is going to make it even yummier today, is to take some other crumbles and just add it to the edge of your pie. And that just gives it a little bit of a decorative edge. Plus, who doesn't love Oreo crumbles, right? Okay. And then the last step to make it even prettier is to take a little small spoon, or if you have some cake decorating items, you could, anything that will help give you a small line. So you're just going to pour this chocolate and sort of just drizzle it back and forth across your pie top. See if I can get just a little bit more coming off of there. There we go. And you have one very beautiful pie that you are willing to serve to your family and friends. All right, folks, that is a chocolate crusted peanut butter pie today. I hope you make it. Give me some comments about how delicious it was when you served it to your family. This is Miss Lisa at the Fayette County Public Library with Quarantine Cooking. I will see you again next week at Friday, 2 o'clock. Bye now.